Josh.
Hello, my name is Doug Long,
And I'm Casey Catlin.
and we're graduate students at the University of Nevada in Reno. In this video, we're going to present a guided mindfulness exercise, which is meant to help foster feelings of caring and closeness between partners. This is going to be about focusing on what your partner means to you and the unique specialness of each moment you have together.
This is part one of a two-part video series. In this video, you're invited to do the exercise as we walk you through it.
Some mindfulness exercises that you might have done in the past may have involved closing your eyes. But for this one, we want you to leave your eyes open. You're going to be looking at your partner's hands and being mindful of them in kind of a different way. So to begin with, sit next to your partner, side by side, like we are now. And hold your hands like this. We're going to try to demonstrate.
Yeah.
So, step by step. First, one of you puts out your palm up, and the other places the hand on top. And for the next set of hands, you switch. So now I go palm up, and she goes palm down, so that you each have a hand to look at. So take a moment to get situated like that. Pause it if you need to.
And it might feel weird at first, but just try to smile at each other.
So when you're ready, go ahead and take a breath together. Try to focus your mind on the present moment and follow along with our voices. It's likely that you will find yourself getting distracted at some point during the exercise. Maybe you will feel some strong emotions or start thinking of something else. If you find yourself getting distracted, that's okay. Just gently bring yourself back to our voices and try to follow along.
Now, take a good look at your partner's hand and notice its details. I want you to try to stay focused on your partner's hand in this way throughout the exercise. Keep your eyes on your partner's hand and just listen to our voices. So take a moment to appreciate your partner's hand's uniqueness. You can move it around if you want. Is it bigger than your hand? Smaller? Notice the feeling of the skin. Is it soft or rough in different places? Is it warmer than yours? Cooler? Notice the way the fingernails look. What are they shaped like? What are their textures? Notice all of these little things. Hairs, lines, wrinkles. And take a moment to appreciate all those details.
Now I want you to notice that this hand you're holding right now hasn't always looked quite like this. It actually started off a lot smaller. At some point, your partner was born. There was a moment when this hand was that of a little baby, grasping out for the first time. Those fingers you're holding now were once little cute baby fingers. Try to really picture what this looked like. Picture those tiny, fragile, wriggling, grasping fingers. Notice how they were different. And notice that though they were different, they're somehow the same as the hands that you're holding now. Just take a moment to appreciate that.
And picturing those little baby hands in your mind, imagine them growing. From when they were little baby hands, picture them growing and changing over your partner's youth. If you had a slideshow of your partner growing up, what would it look like? How would these hands change? Through preschool, elementary school, high school? Imagine all the things that happened in this time. What sort of things did your partner's hands do? Try to picture them. Did they make peanut butter sandwiches? Did they wear small gloves and make snowballs or build forts? Did they nervously comb hair in anticipation of a big speech at school? Take a moment to imagine all the things that these hands have done.
Now keep playing through that slideshow in your mind and let it move forward in time again. Watch the hands continue to grow and change. And imagine what these hands looked like the very first time you touched. Try to see in your mind what these hands have looked like all the different times they've been with you. Maybe while you were standing in the kitchen, there was a brief brush of affection against the back of your neck. Maybe they've played with your hair, or maybe they've attacked you with tickles. Imagine what they've looked like during moments of tenderness and affection together. Notice how all these events, all this history, from when those hands were little baby hands to when they first met you, all this history has brought you to this moment right now, holding these hands, noticing what they look like and how they feel. Take a moment to appreciate that.
And now project these hands again into the future. Notice them aging, growing old. Imagine how they change. The skin gets wrinkled, perhaps more pale. Perhaps the tiny hairs change color. Maybe new scars appear. Imagine your partner's hands as an old person's hands. Picture all the different things these hands do. Do they brush teeth? Do they flip through old picture books? Do they cradle grandchildren? Do they struggle to get upstairs? Do they still make the same foods they've always loved? Take a moment to notice all the possibilities for these hands.
Notice how far these hands have come and how far they've yet to go. They've been through an awful lot, and you can't predict exactly what the future will bring. For the moment, though, these hands are here. These hands, which were once those of a baby and will one day be those of an old person, they are here, now, in this moment. For all that has happened to them, and for all that is yet to happen, they are here now in your hands. And you have a choice. You have a choice about how you want to hold your partner's hands. This moment is in your hands. What do you want it to be about?
Given the big picture of your whole lives, of your relationship, what's important to you right now? How do you want to hold these hands? What really matters to you here in this moment?
Okay, that concludes the exercise. You can sit however you want now. When this video is over, take some time to talk with your partner about what this was like. Just take some time to talk through this and reflect on the experience together.
If you liked what we did here, we encourage you to watch the second video, as it may give you some ideas of other things to try on your own.
Thanks for watching.